You're just about to go for a run, and I have the perfect little pre-run strength and mobility activation routine for you. All you need is yourself and a mat. It's super simple, and you're gonna feel much better when you're actually running and recover much better if you can get a little bit of priming done before you hit the road. So we're gonna start lying onto our backs with our knees bent, hands down by our sides. From here, just walk your heels in a little closer, knees hip width apart, tuck your tailbone, we lift all the way up into a hip bridge. Shoulders down away from your ears, hips nice and strong. From here, float your left leg to 90-degree tabletop position. Grab onto your left knee, start to pull the left knee in, hands by your sides as you extend. Pull your left knee in, hands by your side as you extend. So two things going on here. You've got strength and stability happening on that right side hip, but you've got a little bit of knee drive and hip mobility happening on the left. So you're getting the movement pattern happening, you're getting the stability component happening, and we'll do 4 more like this. So you should be feeling that right side quad, hammy, glute starting to really fire up, and a little bit of active mobility through that left side as well. You have 2 and 1. Place that left heel down. From here, float that right leg to 90-degree tabletop position. Start to grab that right knee towards your chest. Hands by your side, you extend. So you really want to focus on trying to keep those 2 hip bones really level. The hips up, your tailbone tucked, and you're gaining stability on one side, mobility on the other. Really run specific. And just make sure too that you're not starting to tilt your pelvis from the left or to the right. You have 4 more here. And 3. And 2. Let's get a nice high knee on your last 1. Heels come down. Slowly roll those hips all the way down. Give your knees a little shimmy from side to side. We're gonna get into those really deep stabilizer muscles into your hips. So from here, prop yourself up onto your right side elbow. Right knee bent, lift up your ribs, hand onto your hip. Left leg extend. From here, we're going to draw circles about the size of a basketball with that top left leg. Now the goal of this is to keep your foot in neutral. When you land, when you run, you want to make sure you land with nice and straight through that lower limb. And we're trying to get those deep rotators, those stabilizer muscles really fired up for when you hit the pavement. We're going to reverse in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go the other direction. See if you can just pull your heel back a little bit, open up that hip flexor. All runners tend to end up with pretty tight hips, so you want to make sure you've got your hip open, but your glutes active. It's the dream combination right there. You're here for 7, 6, 5, 1 last little bit coming up. In 4, 3, 2, hold that heel level, turn the toes down, flick the toes up. So we're going from internal rotation to external rotation. We're not actually making contact with the ground. We're just firing up all those outer hip muscles. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just give that glute a little rest. Running is a full body sport. We're going to come into a full plank here. So tuck your toes under, find yourself in a full plank, warm up the shoulders and those legs. I want you to just take off that right leg, hover it off, that left heel is lifted. I want you to start to go for a single leg calf rise on that left, warm up that lower limb, calf, Achilles, plantar fascia. We're going to add a mobility to that right leg. So you come onto that right side mountain climber as you lift the heel, leg comes back as you lower. Left side calf warming up, right side hip becoming more mobile. At the same time, you're working your shoulders, your core, and your hips. It's a tough one. We're also just generating a bit of warmth as well. So just getting a bit of blood flowing throughout the body. And you're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Those knees just come down. From here. Just walk your hands back towards your knees. Take your left hand forward, take your right hand back to your right foot. Just come into a quick little stretch. Just open up the hip flexors and that spine. Reach up and over, left sideways stretch. Switching side, left hand down, right arm reach all the way up and over. Right side waist stretch. And then from here, bottom comes back to the heels, shifting straight on over onto that left side for your right side glute work. So have your left side knee bent, your right hand on the hip, lift up your ribs, shoulders down, extend that right leg, and we go back into those basketball-sized circles. Just check those toes are facing neutral. So depending on your hip orientation, those toes can lift up and down. So try and keep them nice and straight. Slowly but surely, you'll start to boot up a little bit of activity in that outer hip. And it doesn't matter which way you've started your circles, we are gonna reverse. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go the other way. As you're doing it, see if you can keep that quad nice and tight. Also that heel really flexed. Just make sure you've got a little bit of engagement through those lower abdominals, belly button back towards the spine. We're gonna go into that internal and external rotation, little ankle move. In 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that foot neutral. We flick those toes down and we flick them up. We flick those toes down and we switch them up. So you're getting those rotationary component to the hip. You want to keep your hips really stable. All of that movement's happening within the hip joint. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's give that glute a little rest. We come straight on up, back into our plank position. Just get a really solid base here, hands under the shoulders, toes nice and high. From here, tuck under those right toes, get that right leg nice and tight. Hover off your left leg. We have a single leg calf rise on that right side, adding in that left side hip mobility, left knee, left elbow as you come onto your right toe. You push the heel back, left leg extends. So you're getting strength into your right side, mobility into your left. Just check your eye gaze, make sure you're looking to the top of your mat. You don't want to be looking down to your feet. Just like when you're on a run, you want to keep your eye gaze in front to see what's coming. You're getting calf mobility, Achilles, plantar strength, shoulders and core, and a bit of hip mobility as well. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just place those knees down, lift up your tailbone, drop down through your chest, thoracic extension. So if you've got a stiff spine when you're running, it's going to be really hard for a natural arm swing. So just see if you can relax your shoulders and your chest. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. We come all the way up, pushing our hands back towards our feet. Take your feet a little wider onto your mat. Walk your hands back to your toes. Left hand to that right side foot, reach up and twist. Just a bit of rotation here. And we switch to the other side. We take our left hand across to that right side foot. And then we switch across to the other side. One more each way, just getting a little bit of momentum as you reach up and across. And then from here, we slowly roll all the way up. Roll those shoulders back, and then from here, we stand to the middle of our mat, last little bit coming up, so soften your knees, push your bottom all the way back. And then from here, we're just gonna go for a little running man scoot, so take your left leg back, and we start to use those arms, so really getting that fun, functional, specific activity now. So you've got your hips pushing back, you've got your thoracic nice and strong, literally going for a single leg run on the spot, softening through your knee, getting that little bit of glute activation on that right side. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We are gonna hold that leg. In 3, 2, hold that leg, hover it off and continue with those arms. Just really get all of that single leg stance activation fired up. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up tall, shake it off, straight into it. Soften those knees, bottom comes back. From here, we come into that scoot onto the other side, right heel high, and we start to scoot that back leg in and out. Nice relaxed arm swing. Now we're working through that left side glute. Single leg stability, eye gaze just to the top of your mat and your shoulders nice and relaxed. So we're just trying to put all together now, all of those little activations and mobility exercises we did. Left side leg, nice and stable. Right side leg moving fluidly, arms relaxed, eye gaze up, shoulders down away from those ears. You're here for 10. 9, little hold will come up just to really get all of that left side leg really booted up for your run. You have 4, 3, 2, extend, hold, hover, and just continue with those arms. So long back leg, strong left stance, eye gaze up, and just relaxing through that arm swing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Ready to hit the road. Let me know how you go. I hope you enjoyed your session of Pilates with AB. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the link below for more exercise snacks, mobility tips, and runner special sequences. Enjoy.